Hey Stampers, welcome to Brandy's Cards. So I've got a fun card for you today, and it's going to be a baby card. So how many times have you been invited to a baby shower, or someone at work has had a new baby or a mom-to-be? So I'm excited. I've got 5 cards here to share with you, but we're only going to do one today. But I'm excited to show you this card and show you some variations with this stamp set as well. So let's take a look at this little sweet baby. So this is from the Moon Baby stamp set. And I'll show you exactly where that is in the Occasions catalog. But this is So Saffron, Marina Mist. And you can see the cute little baby. He's kind of got an umbrella, his little teddy bear. So he's just really fun, super cute, and easy to do. So I'm excited to show you that. Let's take a look at the stamp set. This is the stamp set, Moon Baby. And so you can see it kind of comes with all the little stuffed animals, some really cute sentiments. I have actually used the watercolor pencils to watercolor the moon and the baby, and it's precious. And then of course we're going to use this guy here today. Now, if you open up, well, I should say the Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog is out. It went live January 4th of 2017. It's good through May 31st of 2017, and it is awesome. Let me just tell you. You're going to be able to find the Moon Baby stamp set here on page. It is on page, give me a second here. Oh, there it is. It's on page 17. And I just think it's precious. Over here to the left, you can see what Stampin' Up! Has done with it. You also can see the little cuties here at the top. I'm excited to play with those. I love the rocking horse and the little chick. And so they're all super cute, and I think you can work them in together. So if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, let me know. I'd love the opportunity to earn your business. I can send you our catalogs, our celebration, as well as our spring catalog, our occasions. And of course our annual catalog too. So just let me know, hop over to Brandy's Cards and send me an email. All right, so I am ready to get started. This card is pretty easy. So what you're gonna need today is some Whisper White cardstock. I'm gonna go ahead and fold it in half. And what we're gonna do is I have mounted the star. And so I'm gonna start out with So Saffron, and I'm just gonna randomly stamp a few So Saffron stars. And again, I did say randomly, and I do say that often, and that's because there is really no right or wrong way to do this. It's just about kind of having fun and not worrying too much about it, because you can always go back and add more. So, just kind of work through and add a few stars. Now you're probably thinking, well, why didn't you just mount the 3 stars and then use that, because you could gain more ground, I guess, faster. I did that, and I felt like because it's right here, because I actually did try to do that. I felt like when I did that, it just was too heavy. There was too many stars. And I had a hard time getting the blue in between, which I could have done the yellow and then done the single blue, but I wanted them fairly even. So I decided to not do that and to just stamp it individually. So now let's move on to Marina Mist. I did not bring out my stamp pad today, or my Stampin' Scrub. I love it, and I always have it out. But today I just tried to keep my space clean. I have a very damp paper towel, and it's So Saffron, so I felt like it was going to be perfectly fine. I'm going to ink it up in Marina Mist and do the exact same thing. It's just a random stamp all around. And what I found is you do kind of want to get somewhat kind of close to the middle as well. And the reason that I say that is because you want, when you add your Marina Mist cardstock, you do want to be able to see the stars kind of coming out the back of it. And I did find that a couple times I had to go back in and add a star or 2. So I'm almost done here, as you can see, just adding a couple more blue stars, maybe 1 there. And I think that's perfect. So what I would do though, before you kind of move on to the next step, just kind of put your Marina Mist paper down and take a look at it and think, okay, do I like the spacing? Do I need to add another star somewhere? And you can go in and ink up your stamp and just add another star. So it's pretty easy to do. So we're gonna set that aside, and so now we're gonna move on to our baby and how I made him, and kind of the the fun part about him and the watercolor pencils that we're gonna use today. Now your watercolor pencils, they are new. Really excited about those. There are lots of different techniques that I have seen with these. So today I'm just gonna straight color with them, but I'm gonna share a video soon of how to watercolor with them, how you can color, and then you would add your aqua painter or your blender pen to get that really smooth watercolor. So look at these guys, they're fantastic. Here on the back of the box shows you all the various colors. So you've got some beautiful colors in there. Today we're going to use Early Espresso and we're going to use Melon Mambo. So those are the ones that we're going to pull out and use today. So I've got the little baby here. We're going to ink him up in basic archival black. I'm going to stamp him one time on my Whisper White cardstock. That's right, just one time. Then I'm going to move over to, I have a piece of scrap of Marina Mist and I have a scrap of So Saffron. And I'm going to stamp the umbrella on the Marina Mist. I'm going to stamp the baby. Yes, we're going to stamp him on So Saffron. And then what we're going to do while we're kind of doing all of our stamping and that sort of thing, we're going to take our little stuffed animal and ink him up and stamp him on Whisper White. And of course, you could pick any stuffed animal that you would like to color and add to your baby. But I'm also going to add the Hello Baby right down here at the bottom of my cardstock. And that's just to make it easier as I move through, everything's kind of already done. So now we're going to cut out. Now, if you guys watched my last video with the beautiful you saw that we took designer series paper, and with that designer series paper, we stamped the beautiful dress, right? And then we took the dress and we cut it out, and that made the design for the lady. Well, we're doing the exact same thing here with the baby. His pajamas, I tried to color them and they looked cute colored, but I really liked I just liked this shade of So Saffron, and I liked it being smooth across. So I just decided, why don't we just go ahead and stamp it and cut it out and do it the exact same way that we did the beautiful you. All right. Now, if you have any troubles cutting or anything like that, you can absolutely use your pencils and just color it. It's beautiful colored. Okay, this is just another way to do it. Now while I'm cutting, I'll go ahead and I'll cut out the umbrella. And you could stamp designs on your umbrella. You could certainly go and stamp the umbrella on some designer series paper, and you could get an umbrella with some fun designs. But I loved the simplicity of this card, quite honestly. And of course you can change it to pinks or greens if you don't know the sex of the baby. Of course pink if it's a little girl. So let's move on to some coloring. Here is, I have my espresso and Early Espresso, and I also have the Melon Mambo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with the teddy bear because I really like him. I'm going to start out by coloring his ears pink or Melon Mambo, and his little muzzle I'm going to just kind of color it kind of a light pink just to add some shade to it. And then I'm going to start and lightly color my bear. Now the idea is that if I add my pink first, well then I'll know it's there and I'll work around it, because a lot of times when I start coloring, I just go for it and then it's like, oh man, I just colored his face all one color brown and I forgot to leave room for my pink. So by adding your pink first, it just kind of gets that out of the way, so that way you don't forget and that you have it there and you can see it. All right, so as you can see, I've lightly shaded my bear, just one shade of Early Espresso. Now I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to make it a little darker. I'm just going to push a little harder. And again, what you could certainly do is grab your blender pen or your aqua painter, and you could make him, a little bit more watercolored if you'd like. But I just liked it just colored today with this particular card. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to leave it as is today. Now we're going to move over to the baby, and he's got some cute little hair. So with the baby, what we're going to do is we're just going to just kind of outline his hair a little bit, just right along his hairline. Nothing too crazy. I just sort of want to bring him to life without doing a lot of coloring on him, I suppose. So that's why I'm just very lightly kind of going along his hairline and staying with the art that's kind of already there, the lines and that sort of thing. So I think I'm done there. I'm going to take my Melon Mambo again, and I want to bring his face to life a little bit. So I did get this idea out of the Stampin' Up! Catalog, I believe. In one of the catalogs I had seen where they took the little guy and they just sort of colored on his little cheeks and kind of gave him, you know, just a little bit of life to him, because he is just so cute. And now remember, you don't want to push too hard because he can get some rosy cheeks really fast. So anyway, that's that. Now what we're going to do is we have one more thing to cut out. Well, maybe two, but the second one's pretty easy. So let's cut out the bear. Now, while I'm cutting out the bear, if you're new to Brandy's cards and you're wondering, okay, where are the sizes and the dimensions? I want to make this card, but she didn't tell me anything like the sizes. Well, that's okay. Just visit brandyscards.com, Brandy with a Y. And if you go up to the navigational bar, which is at the very top of Brandy's cards, you're going to see lots of options up there. But one of them is videos. Just click on videos and you'll be able to find this project. You'll see a thumbnail of this, a picture of this project. Also, it'll be called Moon Baby. So you can look for the Moon Baby project. If you click on that, I'm going to have the full written tutorial there for you. So not only will you have today's video tutorial to guide you along, but you also have the written tutorial. So make sure that you check that out so that way you can write that down. So I'm coming around his last little leg here and we're going to snip that off. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to, how about, let's just cut our Hello Baby since we're already cutting. And that way we can just put it all together. So this is super simple. This Hello Baby is stacked and I just kind of wanted it to look, I wanted it more even, but I kind of wanted it that scrapbooking feel, when you cut words out of maybe a magazine or something like that and you, scrapbook those pieces in. That's kind of how I felt about this. So what I just did is I pretty much cut a rectangle around it. And I'm not totally worried on it being perfectly straight. Now I'm just going to cut down the center of my Hello Baby and I am all done with that. So let's put it together. I have some Tombow glue and I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow glue around my baby. And if it's easier for you, you could certainly certainly use a mini glue dot if you're afraid of getting too much glue. It is, it's a little bit dainty since he's so little, but you can do it. You just have to be gentle and patient, right? But it can be done. Then you have your umbrella. Now I liked my umbrella popped up, but in order to do that, you have to cut a Stampin' Dimensional in half. The full Stampin' Dimensional doesn't fit on there very well. So I'm going to pop it up because I wanted a little bit of lift on the card. I'm going to stick it right there on top of my umbrella. Can you see it coming to life? That's what I love about piecing it together like that. Now I've got the teddy bear. I'm going to use a mini glue dot for the teddy bear. And the reason that I'm doing that is because it's probably a little bit easier than glue, but also because I want him to kind of fall out of his hand and still be a little free. And so by having just this little piece, I'm going to stick their hands together. He is just kind of falling off the piece of paper. And that's the reason that I did a mini glue dot. I liked that look. So we're a little bit of Tombow glue here on the back of my, my rectangle, my Whisper White rectangle. I'm going to center and adhere it to the Marina Mist, just like that. And oh, isn't that just so cute? He is so precious. I love it. So now let's go ahead and add our Hello Baby. Now again, you could use your Tombow glue or your tape runner, but I'm going to stick with a mini glue dot just for convenience, quite honestly. No other reason. I'm going to just stick it right here along the bottom. So there's hello. And then we'll add our little baby to that with one mini glue dot. And I might, if you're too, if you have too much white on either side, you could certainly trim it. But again, it just kind of depends on how you like it. But you can certainly, trim it because you don't want it to be one like long run-on word, right? You want to just kind of make sure that it makes sense. Okay, so we're almost done with this card. I told you it was pretty easy. So here is some thick baker's twine. And what we're going to do is I liked this wrapped twice. I loved how this looked very soft and fluffy. And well, honestly, it just reminds me of baby. And my mother loves to crochet. She makes some beautiful afghans. And this yarn honestly reminds me a lot of the yarn and the pretty blankets that she makes. Okay, so now I'm just going to tie a bow. And I do like it kind of long and dangly because I just think, I don't know, it just makes it just really sweet. So I'm going to kind of tidy up my bow here, get it how I like it. I do think you need to trim it. You know, if it's a little out of control, just give it a little haircut. And we're going to flip the baby over. We're going to add some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I would probably, just probably put one in each corner. You've got your string or your twine through the middle, so you probably don't want to put one right there on the middle because it might, it might kind of pop the middle up a little weird. So that's pretty much how I would do it, just on each corner. Now what you're going to do is you're going to center it here in your card. And once we do that, let's see. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. So hello, baby. Now you could put one of these other sentiments on there, but I liked this one just due to the fact that, it could be lots of different things. It could be, an adoption. It could be just about anything. So that's what I liked. If you look at the stamp set, there's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, Showers of Happiness. So you're covered with a lot of different sentiments in that stamp. So are you guys ready to see some of the other cards I designed? All right, so I'm excited to show them to you. I had fun with this one. All right, so here is one in So Saffron. Oh, yes, see that? So then I did the heart embossing there on the back. And that's very pretty. I believe this is mint macaroon, and I just was kind of playing with the umbrella again with this one. And this is chocolate chip. This is not early espresso, it's actually chocolate chip. And again, So Saffron. And then this one, let me set this aside right here so you can see it. The next one is the little animals, the little stuffed animals. So there's your little lamb. You can see I added some of the dazzling diamonds glitter there. And then I colored this guy with the melon mambo. And over here is your teddy bear. I did add some sparkles to their ears and things to kind of give them some glisten. I did stamp my stars. And you'll see that in the actual stamp here is the stars. And I just cut those out. It just kind of gave it a little bit of a lift. And then down here, you'll see that, I did the same sort of thing with the stars on the bottom of this card as we did in the card that I showed you. All right, so here is the next one, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars. So this is the little baby. Loved this one. You can see down here is one of our gold metallic enamel dots. Loved that. And, it's for a little boy. This is Marina Mist, stamped on Marina Mist with those stars. And in this one, I actually used the star that's all three mounted together. This is not the single star. So that was pretty neat. So that's that one. And the last one today is for those little girls out there. So this one's pink. Just loved it. I love her, just how she's got her pretty little pajamas, the moon. Now in this one, it doesn't look like I actually went in and took my aqua painter to blend this, but you certainly can do that, absolutely. I just hadn't done it, but I did color these with the watercolor pencils. And I've got the little star down here. I also added some stars and some gems throughout the background. Again, just to kind of keep it pretty and pink and girly. So anyways, these are the 5 cards that I recently designed for this stamp set, and I hope that you like them. I hope you find some inspiration here and make your own baby card for that special somebody. So thank you so much for stopping by Brandy's Cards. I appreciate your emails, encouragement. Thank you for your business, and I just hope you have a blessed day.